How's it looking out there, boy?
Like 2 more satisfied regulars, Mr. K.
I ain't interested in the same old regular SpongeBob, so I took out an ad in the Bikini Bottom Examiner to bring in some new customers.
Ever since it debuted back in 1999, SpongeBob SquarePants has been a massive success, with kids around the world calling it their favorite show. Unfortunately though, the show is not perfect, and has seen plenty of small errors over the years. So in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at some errors that you definitely missed in SpongeBob. Wait, before we get started though, leave a comment down below, letting us know who your favorite SpongeBob character is. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, that way you enter in to our monthly shoutout giveaway. In the Season 6 episode, The Krabby Chronicle, Mr. Krabs establishes a newspaper that reports on fake news. In the beginning of the episode, when Mr. Krabs and SpongeBob are talking in the kitchen, you can see that SpongeBob's feet are not connected to his legs. A writing mistake is also present within this episode, when Mr. Krabs approaches the newspaper dispenser and claims that it hasn't been touched in months. If the dispenser really hadn't been touched in that amount of time, then how did Mr. Krabs get the latest issue of the newspaper at the beginning of the episode? Yeah, weird mistake, but here's a clip with audio.
How's it looking out there, boy?
Like 2 more satisfied regulars, Mr. K.
I ain't interested in the same old regular SpongeBob, so I took out an ad in the Bikini Bottom Examiner to bring in some new customers. Don't these people read the paper? Ooh, this thing hasn't been touched in months.
If there's one thing that SpongeBob does as much as laughing, it's crying. This next mistake can be found in the episode A Day Without Tears. In this episode, Squidward gets fed up with SpongeBob crying, and makes a bet that SpongeBob can't go an entire day without shedding a tear. Squidward makes a fair point, but while Squidward is making his bet with SpongeBob, you can see something strange happen with his mouth. It just disappears. Here's a clip with audio.
Cry 1 tear before midnight, you have to wash my bike, clean out my rain gutters, and do all my yard work for a year.
Sounds fair to me. And if I make it to midnight without crying, you'll come to a slumber party at my place. Just you and me.
In the spooky Season 11 episode, Krabby Patty Creature Feature, a new Krabby Patty is created by Sandy and her genetic engineering. It sells out at first, but soon after, nearly all of Bikini Bottom becomes scary zombies. All hope seems lost, until SpongeBob discovers that Plankton's chum is the cure. Because of this, everything works out in the end. Well, not for Sandy, as if you look closely, her tail is missing near the ending of the episode. Who knows, maybe some chum can cure that.
I told myself I'd never eat here.
Oh boy, so much for lab-grown patties.
Mr. Krabs sure loves money, and that's all the more relevant within the episode Safe Deposit Krabs. This episode follows Mr. Krabs getting lost within Bikini Bottom's new bank. The mistake occurs at the very beginning of the episode, when Mr. Krabs finds out about this bank. As soon as he finds out that the bank is giving away money to the first 100 members, Mr. Krabs drops everything and makes a visit. However, look at the shot of Mr. Krabs exiting the Krusty Krab, because there's certainly something missing here. It's easy to miss, but the path to the chum bucket is missing. And not just that, the chum bucket itself is also missing.
SpongeBob, you're in charge while I run down to the bank of Bikini Bottom Bank. I gotta get down there before they run out of dough.
Poor Squidward. That guy just cannot get some peace and quiet. In the episode Jolly Lodgers, Squidward's house is under maintenance, so Squidward decides to stay at a hotel. Things are good for Squidward at first, but it doesn't take long for SpongeBob and Patrick to ruin that for him. In one scene, where SpongeBob and Patrick form a conga line with other guests, there are a few frames where SpongeBob's mouth is missing. This is a very hard one to spot out, so let's see if you can spot it in slow motion.
You stay away from me! I don't want to see either